Hello students, good morning. In this video, we are going to study physical properties of alkene and halogenation and hydrohalogenation of alkene. Okay. So the alkenes, these are the non-polar compounds. Alkene, they are represented as R, C, H, double bond, CH, R. These R may be HH, these R may be alkyl groups. Okay. So these are the alkenes having carbon-carbon double bond. So hydrocarbons means there is no any other electronegative atom of an element. And because of it is a purely hydrocarbons containing carbon-carbon double bond, these are the non-polar. These are non-polar. And as they are the non-polars, okay, and containing carbon-carbon double bond, they are insoluble in water, partially soluble in water, but they are easily soluble in the non-polar compounds like solvents like ethers or benzene or alcohol. Okay, so these are the soluble in non-polar compounds. Then the melting point and boiling points. Boiling points of alkene is higher than that of the corresponding alkene because of the unsaturation. In case of the straight chain alkene, here higher boiling point than the branched chain alkene. Means for example, N-butylene having higher boiling point than that of the isobutylene, or neopentylene has lower boiling point than the N-pentylene. Okay, so if the straight chain of compound is there, then the boiling point is higher than the corresponding branch chain, the same alkene compound. Okay, and its melting point and boiling point increases as the molecular weight increases. Okay, next one, that is the in chemical properties. Here halogenation. In this video, we are going to study only halogenation and hydrohalogenation of alkene. So in this symmetrical alkene and then asymmetrical alkene, Markovnikov rule and peroxide effect, that is called as the Mayo's effect or Kharash effect. Okay. So here first we start with the halogenation. Halogenation of alkene, that is general reaction. Okay. So here this double bond plus X2. X2 means Cl2, Br2 or I2. Okay. So this X2 in presence of suitable catalyst. Here X2, this Cl2 in presence of high temperature or in presence of ultraviolet rays or carbon tetrachloride. Okay. So here this double bond it gets converted into single bond and to form here C, single bond C. Here. Okay, now this one X combined here and another X combined here. For example, CH2 double bond CH2 plus Cl2 in presence of carbon tetrachloride at a room temperature. Then one Cl combined this carbon atom, another Cl combined this carbon atom to form CH2Cl and here CH2Cl, and this is called as ethylene dichloride. Ethylene dichloride. Okay. Then if the CH3CH double bond CH2 plus Cl2 in presence of CCl4 at room temperature, then one Cl combined with this carbon, another Cl combined with this carbon, double bond gets converted into single bond, and to form here CH3CHCl, here CH2Cl, and this is called as propylene dichloride. Okay, from propene to propylene dichloride means alkene on halogenation to form vicinal dihalide. Okay, next one, second one, that is hydrohalogenation of alkene. Here next second one, that is hydrohalogenation of alkene. Hydrohalogenation means what? Hydro means hydrogen and halogenation means halogen. So hydrogen and halogen means HX. hydrogen halide. So addition of hydrogen halide on alkene, on again across carbon-carbon double bond, called as hydrohalogenation of alkene. So hydrohalogenation of first, that is symmetrical alkene. Symmetrical alkene. Symmetrical alkene means what? Here carbon-carbon, across carbon-carbon double bond, there is the same numbers of atoms, carbon atoms and hydrogen atoms across carbon-carbon double bond. That is called as a symmetrical alkene. For example, again CH2 double bond CH2. Again 2-butane means butene, it is also a symmetrical alkene. Then CH2 double bond CH2 plus HCl or HBr. No rule applied on this. Here H goes to one carbon, Cl goes to another carbon to form CH3 CH2Cl. That is ethyl fluoride. Okay. So if CH3 CH double bond CH3 plus HBr giving you here CH3 CH double bond gets converted into single bond. Here one vacancies are remain. Here CH and CH3. Okay. So if Br goes to this carbon, now here CHBr, and H goes to this carbon to form here CH2. To form here secondary butyl bromide. Secondary butyl bromide. If Br combined here and H combined here, again we get here secondary butyl bromide. Okay. But in case of the asymmetrical alkene, here there are the two rules. There are two rules. That is first, asymmetrical alkene. First, that is Russian scientist Markovnikov observed that when unsymmetrical alkene reacts with unsymmetrical reagent, then here negative part goes to that carbon atom which contain less number of hydrogen atom. So here if CH3CH double bond CH2 means this is propene. Here this is asymmetrical alkene because carbon-carbon double bond, it contains one carbon, two hydrogen, here two carbon and four hydrogen atom. So asymmetry is there and therefore it is called as asymmetrical alkene, that is propene. Plus HCl, HBr or HI or H2SO4, whatever unsymmetrical reagent. So here Markovnikov rule states that whenever unsymmetrical reagent adds on unsymmetrical alkene, then negative part of the addendum means negative part means Cl, Br, I or in H2SO4, HSO4 negative, then negative part of the addendum goes to that carbon which contain less number of hydrogen atom. Okay, so here across carbon-carbon double bond, it contain two hydrogen, it contain one hydrogen. So it contain less hydrogen atom. Cl goes to CH and H goes to CH2. So here CH3 CH CH3 and here Cl combined here. So here to form 2-chloropropane or secondary propyl chloride. Secondary propyl chloride. Okay. So here H means positive and Cl means negative. So here rich becomes richer and poor becomes poorer. Okay. So according to this rule, negative element goes to that carbon which contain less number of hydrogen atom. Okay. Next one, that is second one, an opposite rule, that is called as the peroxide effect. Peroxide effect, or it is called as the Mayo's effect. Peroxide effect, or it is called as Mayo's effect, or it is also called as Kharash rule. Kharash rule. Okay. So if unsymmetrical alkene reacts with hydrogen bromide HBr, only HBr, okay, in presence of peroxide, especially benzoyl peroxide or hydrogen peroxide, then here the addition of HBr on an unsymmetrical alkene is carried out opposite to that of the Markovnikov rule. Opposite to Markovnikov rule means what? Br goes to that carbon which contain maximum number of hydrogen atom across carbon-carbon double bond. So here Br goes to CH2 and H goes to across carbon bond, means H goes to CH. So H combined with CH2 forms CH2 and Br combined with this CH2 to form CH2 Br and 2 form here CH3 CH2 CH2 Br, means this is 1 bromopropane or N-propyl bromide. N-propyl bromide. Okay, this is all about Markovnikov rule and peroxide effect. So students, after watching this video, attempt the following questions. First question. First, what is action of Cl2Br2 on A. Ethene, B. Propene, C. Isobutylene. Second, how are 1 bromopropane and 2 bromopropane obtained from propene. Third, state and explain Markovnikov rule. Markovnikov rule and Mayo's effect. Mayo's effect. Then fourth one, how is isobutylene converts into tertiary butyl bromide and isobutyl bromide. Isobutyl bromide. And fifth one, write any two physical properties of alkene.